we still don't have the Lapis Lakeside information in our update info news. And I have no idea what's taking so long, but I've decided not to wait any longer. We're going to talk about the new value bundles upcoming for Lapis Lakeside event. Welcome back to another Pokemon Sleep video. It's Bro Vinny here. By now, you probably all know that the Japanese game gets the updates sooner than the rest of us. One way you can get the Japanese info first, if you want to translate it yourself, is just change your app's settings to Japanese. So under Japanese, under the Japanese game, you can find the Lapis Lakeside event information, but also the Lapis Lakeside introduction of when it's going to be available, etc. But for the first time ever, there's something that even the Japanese aren't being told. And I have no idea why, but for some strange reason, Pokemon.com seems to have information that even the app developers don't know about. Or maybe they got the insider information. So let's take a look. Now this time it is in English. So in Pokemon.com, we are told about a new area that's incoming. And it comes with these new Pokemon, which we already knew because we translated the information from Japanese. And while most of the information has been consistent, there's been two things that are different between this update, this news, and also the developer update from the app itself from PokemonSleep.net. The first one is how many sleep style entries you need in order to enter Lapis Lakeside. And on Pokemon.com, it says 230. And we still don't know who's correct because under the Japanese news over here, the required amount of sleep styles needed is 240. There's no doubt that says 240. It's not a mistranslation. So one of them has to be wrong. If you ask me, I think probably Pokemon.com is wrong, but I can't be sure because if you do the numbers, both could make sense. And by that I mean if you compare previous sleep style dex goals, they go like this: from 0 to 7 to 12 to 20 to 35 to 70 to 110 to 150 to 190. Now typically they've only increased by 40 each time from 70 sleep styles onwards. So 70 plus 40 is 110. 110 plus 40 is 150, 190 if you add 40 on top of 150. But there is a chance that they want to make the next sleep style dex goal a bit harder. So if they continue the trend of adding 40 sleep styles for every goal, then it would be 230, which makes Pokemon.com accurate. But if they were to make it more difficult, and it could be the case because you can see that not all sleep style dex goals are consistently adding 40 to reach the next goal. So it is possible that they decided to add 50 for the next goal. So all I can say is it could be 240, it could be 230, only time will tell. But if you were to ask me, I would trust the developer updates more than what's said on Pokemon.com. My hunch is that their information is copy and pasted from somewhere, so there may have been a typo along the way. But what's even more strange is that Pokemon.com got information that we haven't even been given even in the Japanese app. So apparently Pokemon.com knows the new value bundles for the event at Lapis Lakeside that the developers haven't told us about. If you scroll through the news in Japanese, the bundles are nowhere to be found. So how the heck is Pokemon.com getting this information? Regardless, I'm gonna go through and check out the value of these bundles as I normally do with every other event to see how much worth you're going to get by spending your diamonds on them. And I'm going to compare it to the Good Sleep Day event bundle that usually happens every month. Now let's change our language back to English. So next week we're getting the Good Sleep Day bundles. This bundle cost and contents have been fairly consistent. I haven't seen it change since the start of the game. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you correct me in the comments section below. But I don't believe it's ever changed from 1500 diamonds and these are the contents every time. So until the day it changes, this analysis will apply to every single Good Sleep Day event. So we get 9 Great Biscuits, and each Great Biscuit is worth 200 diamonds in the shop. So that's 1800 diamonds. As usual, I don't put any value in Focus Incense because Research EXP, in my opinion, is not worth anything. Having said that, if you value it, you can add extra numbers to this chart and make the bundle more valuable. But to me, it's worth absolutely nothing. Growth Incense, always good because it doubles your Pokemon EXP, best used during Good Sleep Day. And Luck Incense, I've put some value in it now, and that's because since the Candy Boost event, we can now see a way to really dump your Dream Shards in order to level up your Pokemon quicker. So across all of the Good Sleep Day bundles, it's always a 40% discount compared to how much you would normally have to pay if you were to buy the items separately. Now let's take a look at the Lapis Lakeside bundles and see if they're worth anything. Disclaimer, I'm assuming that this information is accurate. I'm not 100% sure, and I wouldn't count on it until I see it on the developer updates. I really didn't want to make this video until I saw it on the developer updates, just to be sure that the information is accurate, but I've waited so many days now since the introduction of Lapis Lakeside in the news, and it's nearly a week now since this information has been available, so now I've decided that, well, maybe it is legit, let's do an analysis. So here we go. For those of you who don't want to look at the details, I'll just show you the final outcome. You get a 25% discount with the Bundle S, a 35% discount with the Bundle M, and this time Bundle L has the best discount at 42%. Still not beating out the Halloween event, which had a 47% discount for one of the bundles. But I'd say Bundle L so far is the one to go for. However, I have noticed that generally speaking, I am overloaded on Great Biscuits from all the other bundles I've been buying, and I'm still in very high shortage of Poke Biscuits. So to me, I might personally value Poke Biscuits more. Now, this discount analysis really depends on how you value each thing. And again, I'm going to explain to you how I value things this time. The easiest to explain are Poke Biscuits, and that's because there's 60 diamonds per biscuit. So if you get 5 Poke Biscuits, well, that's 300. For Poke Biscuit, if there's 12 of them, well, that's 720 diamonds. Another easy one is Growth Incense. They're worth 200 diamonds in the shop. So for 4 of them, that's a total value of 800. For 3 of them, that's 600. The tricky ones to calculate are candies and incense. As for candies, I kind of explain it in the footnotes down here to explain how I do a conversion from sleep points to diamonds. And I consistently use the same conversions for all of my bundle analyses, so you can count on them being comparable across different bundles throughout the weeks as well. So as for total candies, as it turns out, if you have 40 candies, so that's because Bundle M comes with Ralts candy, and I count all Pokemon candies equal to each other, then it's worth 250 for 40 candies, 250 diamonds. And of course, if it's double, because in the large you get both Dratini and Stufful candies, then it's worth 500 diamonds. Incense is another tricky one. I had to give it a value. You can value it as 0 if you don't think incenses are really worth it. But to me, they're at least worth about 5 candies. That's because even if you don't catch the Pokemon when you run the incense, it will still give you a sleep style. If you average sleep style of a 2-star sleep style, then generally speaking, you get 5 candies. Of course, if you get a 1-star sleep style, it will be less. If you get 3 or 4-star sleep style, then it'll be more. But averaging approximately 5 candies, so that's how I convert the incense to a diamond value. So this is the actual value of all of the 3 bundles, and this is how much they cost, and this is the amount of discount if you purchase that bundle. And once again, this time, the large bundle is the best value. Somebody asked me, isn't large bundle always the best value? Well, actually isn't the case. If you take a look at the New Year event bundle, so this is New Year 2024, actually the best value was the small bundle. And probably the reason why sometimes the S bundle, the small bundle, has the best value is to make sure that those of the people who were borderline free to play at some point may decide to break that free to play habit and get them to start spending a little bit of the diamonds, in a way getting them to spend more in the future. I mean, I've been a free to play player myself at some point for other games as well, including this game in the early stages. And once you sort of break that habit of not spending, or you just kind of roll downhill and you just keep going, you just keep spending. So sometimes that's just how they do things. So that's why every time they release bundles, I check the values for you guys and I post about them. You'll be able to see this infographic, you'll be able to see this Excel sheet that I've developed under sleep topics in my Discord after this video is uploaded. But once again, going back to what I was saying before, even though the L bundle is a 42% discount, it is the best discount of all of them, do you actually need all those great biscuits? For me, personally, I think Poke Biscuits are the easiest to run out of, easiest to use. So actually the M bundle, I'm probably going to be getting, because I'm constantly in a shortage of Poke Biscuits, whereas Great Biscuits, not so much. Now, one more point of comparison is between Good Sleep Day bundle, which is this one here. If you look at the Great Biscuits and also the Growth Incense, which I think are the two most important items in the Good Sleep Day bundle, well, they actually do appear in the bundle L for the Lapis Lakeside. Again, Great Biscuit and Growth Incense. Now, because these two bundles, the Good Sleep Day event bundle and the bundle L of Lapis Lakeside, are so similar, I would say that between those two, bundle L is better to get, because overall you have a better discount. If we just take a look at the Growth Incense and the Great Biscuits, you get 4,600 diamonds worth of value for 3,000 diamonds. But for the Good Sleep Day bundle, to make it equivalent, we're going to count double the bundle costs. So assuming that you can get 2 of these bundles, so you get 18 Great Biscuits and also then 4 Growth Incenses. Well, in total, the value is 1,800 plus 400 times 2. So that's 4,400. Which, ignoring everything else, I think the bundle L is worth a little bit more. Let me know in the comment section below which bundle you guys think is the best value, which one you might be buying, or maybe none of them at all. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.